I saw these nuns. And I'm like, that's so cool, you know? They're doing their nun thing. And I realized the book I was holding, I'm like, oh, that's a little awkward, because I was wondering why they were all frowning at me. And I'm like, oh, everyone always frowns at me. And that's because I just have a guilty face. Maybe my smile's just stupid. Because someone would be like, hey, can you hand me that water over there? And I'd be like, here you go. And they'll say, did you spit in it? I'll say, no, why? Because that guilty face you have. And I just feel like Butters from like South Park. I'm like, that's just my face, Dad. That's just my face. No, why are you looking like that? It's just my face, Dad. I have the smile of an anxious dog, like, eh. But yeah, so I just assumed the nuns were mad at me because of my face. And I look down and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, I'm reading the Satanic Bible right now. That makes sense. That checks out. Yep. No, I can see. I guess we're arch enemies on this flight. And what? I saw it for like $4 at the oh, what are those stores called where the books get given to them and so it's discount? Secondhand bookstore. Yeah, I was at a thrift store. Secondhand bookstore, and I'm like, I'll get that and that and that and that. And I saw the Satanic Bible. I'm like, ooh, cool. I know virtually nothing about this. And I was reading it, and I'm like, oh, pretty interesting. A little aggressive, but I do like the push for individualism. Okay. And I was just having a grand old time, and they were so mad at me. And I'm like, well, that was awkward, but at least they're not going my direction and won't be on my flight. They were. I'm like, okay, well, at least I don't have to sit next to them. That would probably upset them. Like, oh, completely packed. Oh, the only spot's next to me. Oh. How about that? And then it's like, well, at least, you know, on a plane, there's assigned seating, and my heathenness will be away from them. I can read my interesting book, and they can be less offended. Oh, no, they're next to me. Well, I'm like, this is a 7-hour flight, and I don't want to, like, dig through my bag for, like, something else, so I'm just gonna roll with this. And so I'm just reading, and I'm like, oh, interesting. Oh. And I can just feel their auras getting more and more uncomfortable. And like they were holding like these necklaces. What are they called? Rosary? Rosary? Yeah, they were holding their rosaries, and I'm like, oh, they're so uncomfortable, and it's entirely my fault for the next 7 hours. I feel bad. I had to pee, and I didn't do it. I just held it, and I hated it, because I didn't want to, like, make them get up and make more eye contact.